Hey, it's Shelly Rosemary, Art by the Métis Mama, and I'm just doing a little share here this morning. Let's get that out of the way. That's just one of my notebooks. I did, it's not a doodle notebook. I'm going to be using it to practice making whimsical faces in. But I made these in the spring, and I just fell in love with this one, and I had to keep it for myself. It's just a collage dress. And this is watercolor and pencil crayon, her face. But yeah, I love her so much. So just put her back in the bag because I'm not using her right now. But this is my project share today. I've been working on our small junk journals. These are not my minis, these are my small ones. So I already had started these junk journals and I just never finished them because of life. And I didn't have the inspiration. And I had a little bit of energy yesterday, so I decided to make these, finish these off. So just using my Tim Holtz paper dolls for the covers. I usually like to put my own artwork on the cover, but once in a while I'll put other things on the cover, so that's what I did. So this one has a little butterfly. Each one has a paper doll on the cover and on the inside. Let's see where I put this one. I forget. So these were inspired by the Painted Witch. She makes the most amazing scrappy grunge junk journals ever. I just love her style so much. And so I wanted to do something similar in my own style. And here we go. Oh, there's the paper dolls that I put on this one. Okay. Yeah, and I just love all the threads coming off everywhere. And I just use an elastic band to hold it together. And there's Resilient with a little feather. And then I won't do a flip through, but that's fine. There's the paper doll right there. Just a quick scan. I like the center rainbow. This one was funny because she's got her umbrella. And then there's the yellow brick road. And then there's the rainbow. That was not planned, but I just like the theme of that. Kind of magical. So, resilient. Rooted with a tree charm. And the paper doll in here is right there. Enough, the hummingbird, and there's the paper doll right there, and Deserving, and where's the paper doll? Right there. Brave, the feather, and each one has different number of pages in them. Where did I put that paper doll now? I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. Hope I don't start coughing. Starting to get over this cold, but my cough is just hanging on. This one has a leaf, so wild and free. And the paper doll is right there. And Worthy with a heart. And the paper doll's right there. Okay, whoops. So these are $10 each. So again, worthy, wild and free, brave, deserving, enough, rooted, resilient, and trusting. So they're all different sizes, but they're all the same price. And then you will get one of these bags filled with ephemera. So you'll get some paper scraps, you will get some more paper dolls, you will get some other random fun goodies to decorate your journals with for only $10, which is, I think, a really good deal. But shipping is extra, so that's where, unfortunately, the cost comes in greater because of shipping. So there's that. And then I thought I might as well share what I'm working on here. So these are going to be junk journals in the making as well. So I went to our local, there's a local church here that gives out free items every Wednesday. So I found this really beautiful quilted fabric there. So I had already decorated the cover. So this was one piece. And I did my paint and stenciling and mark making and some splatters. And so this is going to be the cover of the junk journals, and I'll sew this on like I did here with this, all the crazy threading. I'll do the same thing to this one, and then I'll cut these into, so I already folded them, if you can see. This one will make 4 small junk journals, and this one too, so there'll be 8 more junk journals out of these. And then I have 2 more sheets to do. So this one and this one. I feel like I need to do more on here, but yeah, anyways, those ones will be made into small junk journals like those as well. And then I also, over this summer, had done these. This one I've been just using to make little butterfly bodies out of. For example, I made some magnets over the summer, and this one was, this body was made the same way with just scrap fabric. I didn't sell this one because I didn't have any more magnets left, so it's just been sitting here. So once I get a magnet, I can let her go, but that's what this is going to be for, butterfly bodies. This I don't know what to do with yet. I thought I was going to make earrings out of these, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So just trying to find ways to use my scraps. And I have this basket my friend Teresa made me out of fabric bowl. Look at how beautiful this is. This cute little face on it. I just love it so much. So this is all my fabric scraps, and it was getting quite full, and it's still quite full. So I thought I would try some new projects. So to be announced what I'm going to do with that. This one I decided I would make a bookmark out of. So I am going to do that. I just have to cover the back with something. I'm just not sure what I want to cover it with. And then again, this was a cereal box that I covered front and back with fabric. And I'm going to make little journals out of these. So I still have a lot of stuff to do to them before I start making them into journal. I think I might do some sewing, crazy sewing on them, but we'll see. So those are just some project shares, like work in progress stuff that I have going on. But If you're interested in fabric scraps, I have started putting together fabric bundles, I guess you could call them. Each bundle you'll get a few of these types of sort of sari fabrics, little swatches, and then just other random fabric that I have in my stash. If that's something that interests you, let me know, because I know I love fabric so much. So whenever I have a chance to get scrap fabrics, I'm all over it. I just have so much fun using them. I love things like bold, bright colors. I'm attracted to this type of fabric. I love this. I'm not too crazy over like muted tones like this. However, some of this makes really great cookum fabric for making my little elder dolls that I make. Cookum means grandmother and Cree, which is my late mom's first language. Like I love this dragonfly fabric. So there's lots of really fun fabrics in this little. I don't mind this fabric. It's not like my favorite colors. I do like green, but blue's my favorite color. Here's a blue one. So, but and I love this kind of fabric. It's so pretty. I just love that. Here's another one. But yeah, so I haven't put any of my fabric bundles together for a while. It's been a while since I've sold any because I actually forgot to put some together. But if you're like, hey, can you make me a fabric bundle, surprise bundle, just send me an email. Put my email in the description box. And my friend sent me a whole bunch of fun fabric and I did a video on it. And look at this fabric, isn't it gorgeous? So some of this stuff I will use for my own personal projects, but then some fabrics that I'm like not crazy over, I've decided to put in a pile. Like this gold fabric I believe Teresa sent this to me, my friend Teresa. I'm not crazy over gold, but somebody else might like this. So that would be a good piece to put in one of those fabric bundles. I always do keep a little for my spirit doll bin for people to use in my classes. Like this is a really cool fabric that somebody might like for spirit doll making. So I would keep some of that for my bin, but I'd be willing to part with part of that if I had extra. And that's how I kind of go through my stuff is if I have extra of a certain fabric, I'll set it aside and that'll go in my fabric bundles, if that makes sense. But if I don't have a lot of it, I just keep it and hang on to it. So this is one that I've had for a while. I've used it over and over again and I'm kind of getting tired of it. So this would go in a fabric bundle. What else? This was in that fabric that Teresa sent me, I believe, I think, but I'm not 100% certain. I don't mind it. It makes great cookum fabric, but it's like not my favorite. So I would probably put that in a fabric bundle. This one would probably get put in a fabric bundle because there's a lot of it. I would save some for my spirit doll fabric bin. If you're not sure what I mean by that, I'm a doll maker as well, and I make these little guys, or girls I should say, sorry. Sorry girls, sorry ladies. And I use scrap fabric, almost like a collage on my dolls, because I love collage. So I don't, obviously I don't need a whole bunch because these are not very big dolls. Just a little piece goes a long way. So I will keep some of this in my bin for future projects, but I don't need this much fabric. So what I'll do is I'll keep part of it, and then the rest I can cut into little swatches. So when you get your little swatches of fabric, it'll be like, I'll just give you an example of what I do. You don't get a big piece. You get something like this. You get either like a rectangle or like a square piece. They're different sizes. Most of the time I like to do squares because it's enough just for little projects. Because the idea is that I have, in my head anyways, is you're going to use them for small projects, like maybe making stuff like this. This is a altered paper clip I made, and I just cut some fabric out for her body. I even do like little strips of fabric that I can put on the tail. Like this is part of a piece of fabric. See? You could even wrap it around this part if you wanted. So that's one idea. You can do altered paper clips. Like that was an altered paper clip, obviously, but you can do other styles of altered paper clip, is what I mean. Paper clips. You could make your own dolls and do little collage style bodies like this. I do have a video on how to make these on my channel, so check that out. And then you could also use it in your art journals, so or to make junk journals with. So here's an example of a junk journal I made with fabric scraps. So all I did was, so I took some wallpaper, so this is all wallpaper here. So to put the nice side of the wallpaper on the inside of my junk journal. And see, you can even make pockets out of your fabric scraps. And then I slow stitched. At first I glued down the fabric, but then I slow stitched different pieces of scrap fabric to make a scrappy slow stitch junk journal. And I added these fun buttons. And of course you can use fabric scraps for layouts. I don't know if I have any pages in here that actually have fabric in it. I need to use fabric more in my junk journal layouts. I don't do that enough. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till this cold is done. Okay, this is a fabric, piece of fabric that I just glued down. So, oh yeah, you can use them to make tabs in your junk journals. Like, this isn't fabric, but this is fabric right here. Right? Piece of fabric that I stapled on for a tab, to make a tab out of. Yeah, so that was it. But see, that's another idea for using fabric scraps, which is really fun. I love that. What else do I use fabric scraps for? I'm trying to think. Like I said, pockets. So I just glued a piece of fabric on a strip of, like a cereal box strip. And then I glued it in here and made a little pocket. And then, of course, these things, little ties for smaller junk journals. So there's all kinds of things that you could use for these scraps. Here's another idea that this is I bought this journal from the Painted Witch, and I love her work so much. So for this one, I made a fabric flower out of some scrap fabric. And all I did is I cut a long strip, and then I just kind of like did a rosette with it and then stapled it down. So that's another idea. I don't think there's any other fabric in here. No. I might as well just do a little flip through of this again. I'm pretty sure I already did one, but I'll share it with you again in case you've never seen that. This is her, the Painted Witches art journals, aren't they? Okay, this is a piece of fabric scrap here. I just love her style. She's who inspired me to make these small junk journals here. So fun. So fun. There we go. So, yeah. So that's what you would get. You'd get a variety of this sort of blingy, shiny fabric, some sari type fabric, and then some of this like cotton, polyester, different kinds like that. Let's see what else is in this bin. I like that one. Like here. Here's another one. I'll keep some of that in my bin. Like I did use some of that one on here. Excuse me. Pardon me. But you get the idea. So there's so many different ways that you can use fabric. You can make earrings. Like I said, I was going to do that with these. I was going to like cut them and then like do some sewing all over them and cut them and put beads on them and just make some kind of fun artsy earrings out of that. So I'm going to let you go before I start coughing. I think that's all I have. So, but yeah. Did I show you these ones already? I think I did. I'm going to make journals out of these after I decorate them. These will make really cute, fun junk journals when they're done. So there you have it. That's what I've been up to. So please send me a message if you're interested in purchasing one of these journals, and I'm always open for custom orders if you want a custom doll, and if you want a kit. I have junk journals available, bigger size ones, which I did an earlier video on. But yeah, just send me a message anytime. I'm always willing to take orders. Yeah, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.